No long preface, let us get right to it. Looking at distribution, China's tea growing area stretches from Taiwan's east coast in the east to Milin in Tibet in the west, from Yulin in Hainan in the south to Pinglai in Shandong in the north. It spans over 20 degrees of latitude, about 2,100 kilometers, and 28 degrees of longitude, about 2,600 kilometers. Across this wide region, many environments are suitable for tea plants. By rough count, China has more than 1,000 tea-producing counties and county-level areas. Over thousands of years, differences in geography, climate, cultivars, craft, market conditions, and production resources shape the regional character of Chinese tea. China's tea market is too vast to cover everything in one video. First, let us begin with Jiangsu and Zhejiang. For green tea lovers, Zhejiang is an essential region and one of China's richest green tea areas. Longjing, Anji White Tea, and Jingshan tea, linked with Lu Yu and the Jingshan tea ceremony, all come from Zhejiang. Zhejiang produces so much green tea largely because of its geography. It lies on China's southeast coast, with altitude, temperature, humidity, rainfall, and mildly acidic soils all well suited to tea growth. The 4 seasons are distinct. Winters are not as harsh as in the north, yet the area is not as close to the ancient wild tea environment of the far south. After long adaptation, many local tea plants are medium and small-leaf cultivars, ideal for green tea, black tea, and some yellow tea. Zhejiang has many lesser-known teas. Jingning Huiming, Tanglu Zushui Yunlu, Tiantai Huiding Yunwu Gazhu Zisun, Wenzhou Pingyang Huangteng, and Maganshan Huangya. Its black teas are quieter than its green teas, but Jiu Hongmei from the West Lake area and Yuihang Gongfu from Shaoxing and Zhuji are representative. Compared with Zhejiang, Jiangsu is more understated, but it also has fine teas. Southern Jiangsu shares similar conditions. Dangting Bailuochen from Suzhou is as famous as Longjing, along with Wuxi Heiacha, Nanjing Yuhua Tea, Jintan Queshi, Maoshan Qingfeng, Yangxian Zuya, and Liangchun. In black tea, Jiangsu is best known for Yixing black tea. Because Yixing was historically called Yangxian, it is also called Yangxian black tea. It is not the same as Yihang from Yicheng and Enqi in Hubei. Yixing black tea is better classified as Suhang. Farther north, Shandong also produces tea. This began with the mid-20th century project of moving southern tea northward. Today Rizhao, Qingdao, Tai'an, and Weifang all have scale cultivation. Because winters are long, shoots emerge late and yields are low, greenhouse technology is often used, making Shandong tea an innovative case historically and technically. Second, look west to Anhui. Many people think first of Keemun black tea, but Anhui's green tea history is much older. Take Huangshan as an example. It is said that monks were already planting tea here as early as the Eastern Jin. In the Classic of Tea, Lu Yu divided China into 8 tea regions, including the old Shezhou region, today's Shexian area. Broadly speaking, Anhui's main tea areas are Huangshan, Xuancheng, and the Debi Mountains. Around Huangshan, classic teas include Taiping Haokui, Huangshan Maofeng, Shexian Liaozhu Dafeng, Huangshan Yinggu, and jasmine-scented Kuishan. Ziyuning has Songluo tea, once praised for an aroma said to rival Longjing. Keemun produces Keemun black tea, famed for its Keemun aroma and often called the queen of black tea. Anhui also has niche dark tea such as Ancha. Xuancheng in southeastern Anhui has excellent natural conditions, fertile soil, and clear spring water. Jingting Luxu and Yangtze Huqing are historical famous teas, and Tiangxi Langxiang is a modern innovation. The Debi Mountains span Anhui, Hubei, and Hunan for about 380 kilometers, so they form a large tea-producing belt. From this area come Lun Guopian, Shacheng Zaya Lanhua, Yuexi Kuilan, Huoshan Huangya, and Xinjiang Maojian, one of China's 10 famous teas. Third is Sichuan in southwest China. Western Han writer Wang Bao left early records of tea, and many traditions place the beginning of cultivated tea in Sichuan. More than 2,000 years ago, Wu Lijian, remembered as the tea ancestor of Mengding Mountain, is said to have domesticated wild tea trees there, opening the history of human tea cultivation and tea making. Mengding Mountain lies between the Qinghai Tibet Plateau and the western Sichuan Plain. With abundant rainfall, mild winters, and cool summers, its natural conditions are exceptionally favorable, which explains the historical prestige of Mengding tea. The best-known Mengding teas are Mengding Ganlu, a green tea, and Mengding Huangya, a yellow tea. Mengding Shihua is another old name, once linked to Tang Dynasty compressed tea and now mostly pan-fired. Imei Mountain also has an ancient tea culture. Classical texts praised Imei tea, and from the Tang onward, Buddhist tea picking and tea offerings helped shape its sacred tea tradition. Today, besides the familiar Zhejiang, Sichuan also produces Maofeng-style teas. Its major areas are often summarized as Mengding Mountain, Imei Mountain, and Yibin, known for Zhao Beijian, Zufu Longya, and Chunhong Gongfu black tea. In reality, the province is broader still. Qingcheng Mountain Zuya, Qianglai Wenjian green tea, Bitan Pyoksu jasmine tea, and Yan Tibetan tea all show Sichuan's range. Fourth is Yunnan, one of the world's most important origins of the tea tree. When people hear Yunnan, they often think first of Pu'er tea. Although its history is long, the name Pu'er tea became formal only around the late Ming period. Qing scholar Zhao Zumin recorded that Pu'er tea came from the old six famous tea mountains, Yul, Zhejiang, Yibeng, Mangzhai, Manjuan, and Mansa. Pu'er, formerly Simao, became the collecting and trading center. War in the Republican period damaged production, and output recovered after 1949. Naming the tea after the place Pu'er has continued to this day. In the 1970s, ripe Pu'er was developed on the basis of raw Pu'er, and with distinctive teas such as Yugyungbai it formed the modern Pu'er system. Yunnan also produces black tea. Dianhong has less than a century of history, but it grew during a fast-developing period of Chinese tea culture and holds an irreplaceable place for many tea drinkers. Yunnan's main tea areas are in the south and southwest, Zhejiang with the old and new six famous tea mountains, Pu'er producing Pu'er and Dianlu Yunnan green tea, Linkeng where Fengking, the birthplace of Dianhong, is located, plus Dihong, Baoshan, and Dali, known for border sale tea and export chuacha. Many people imagine all Yunnan tea trees as towering ancient trees. That is not accurate. Most Yunnan teas use large-leaf material, but they are not necessarily tall arbor trees. Modern gardens include many pruned tea bushes and medium or small-leaf cultivars. In today's highly connected world, tea-making techniques and tea plant resources move faster than ever, and in the current power market, tea made from big trees is not automatically priceless. Fifth is Hunan, often understated. Ask what tea Hunan has and many people hesitate, partly because Hunan dark tea long served as border sale tea and was not widely known. As the market developed, dark tea received more attention. To trace Hunan dark tea, we usually begin with Anhua. Tradition says Anhua's dark tea techniques came from Sichuan, and by the Wanli period of the Ming dynasty, Hunan dark tea was rising. Today it still has many devoted drinkers. Zhejiang Yinjian from Zhejiang Island in Dongting Lake Yuyang is one of China's famous teas, and belongs to yellow tea, as does Weishan Maojian. Because the yellow tea market is small, both are less familiar than they deserve to be. Historically, Zhejiang Yinjian is said to have begun in the Tang dynasty, and old records note that Zhejiang tribute tea was offered from the Qing period, 18 Jin each year. Hunan has far more than these. Anhua Songjian green tea, Gaogunao tribute tea, Guzheng Maojian, Tianjian dark tea, dark brick tea, Kainliang tea, and raw material once sent to Jingjiang in Shanxi for making fu brick tea. Hunan's tea world is much richer than its quiet reputation suggests. Sixth is Fujian, ancient yet constantly innovative. It has so many teas that many people immediately associate Fujian with Chinese tea as a whole. Its history is long, and over the past few centuries, its technical innovations have been especially important. Wuyi Mountain in northern Fujian fascinates many experienced tea drinkers. As one of China's first national parks, its ecology is exceptional. Wuyi rock tea is complex in craft, highly sensitive to mountain site, and rich in cultivars. For many long-time drinkers, exploring it never really ends. Zhengshan Zhairajang, or Lapsang Souchong from Wuyi, is considered the ancestor of black tea, and world black tea history traces back to it. Tanyang Gongfu, Zheng Gongfu and Beilin Gongfu are classic Fujian black teas, while the modern Jin Junmei helped revive premium black tea. In eastern Fujian, Zheng and Fuding are famous for white tea. Depending on picking grade and material, teas include Beihao Yinjian, Beimudan, Shumei, Gongmei, and after years of aging they develop different styles. In southern Fujian, Anxi Tieguanyin is the iconic oolong. Beyond Tieguanyin, southern Fujian has Fashu, Kilan, Zhangping Shuixian, Huangjingui, Benchen, Mauxi, many Zhejiang cultivars and modern selections. Fujian green tea is more niche, but it still performs well. Fuzhou jasmine tea is familiar to many people as an everyday tea. Seventh is Taiwan. Wild camellia still exists in Taiwan's central and southern mountains, but the tea industry most people recognize took shape after the Qing government recovered Taiwan, when migrants brought tea plants and craft from Fujian. Taiwan tea then rose as an important source of oolong exports. Tea merchants from Fujian and Chaoshan crossed the sea. Around Dadiacheng Port and Guide Street, the tea market became lively. Scented teas, oriental beauty and black tea appeared one after another, gradually forming Taiwan's distinctive style. Taiwan has varied terrain. In many high-altitude areas the climate is cool and humid, mist is frequent, sunlight is shorter and leaves grow thick, soft and rich in pectin. Taiwan does make green tea, though it is not the main fame. More representative are Sun Moon Lake black tea and especially oolong teas. Muzha Tieguanyin, Wenchen Beizhang, Oriental Beauty, Dongding Oolong and high mountain teas from Shanlingxi, Alishan, Meishan, Lishan and Dayuling. Eighth is Chaoshan, a region that always seems to be brewing tea. In Kaiju, under the eaves of old arcade buildings, gongfu teaware is often set out simply, 1 gaiwan, 3 cups, and sometimes no fairness pitcher at all. Older and younger people alike can brew tea with practiced ease, and the order of brewing and drinking carries deep local meaning. The tea most associated with the region is Phoenix Dancong. Phoenix Mountain lies about 30 kilometers north of Kaiju and has a long history of tea production. Phoenix Dancong is often called the perfume of tea because aroma is its great strength. Outstanding individual plants were selected and processed separately, which gave rise to the name Dancong, single bush. Each plant can show a different aroma. Examples include floral types such as Huangji Xiang, Songjiang, Jilan Xiang, Milan Xiang, Gihua Xiang, Yelai Xiang, and Yulan Xiang. Fruit types such as Yangmei Xiang, apple fragrance and sweet potato fragrance, and herbal types such as Xingren Xiang, Raogui Xiang, and Jianghua Xiang. In the Phoenix Mountain area, people also speak of Phoenix Shuixian and Phoenix Oolong, though today many sellers group them together. Across Guangdong, tea is even more diverse. Yingde black tea, Guangdong Daeking yellow tea, Shiguping Oolong, Lingdang Dancong, and many Kilan-style oolongs. Beyond the 8 regions discussed here, Jiangxi, Guangxi and Guizhou also produce many excellent teas. Lushan Yunwu, Gaoganao, Ninghang, Liubao, Hengxian jasmine tea, Dian Maojian, green treasure, Meitan Kuya and Zuni black tea. In short, Chinese tea civilization holds far too many treasures for one short video. They deserve to be understood, shared and carried forward by everyone who loves tea. See you next time.